I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Helps if I put the mic up to my mouth. I realize
it
that.
It really does. Yeah, you don't want to talk unless you got the mic next to you, because then you don't really say it. Nobody can hear you. And
then you get the echo of the house and the room,
everything else, and sounds really.
We don't have all the cool stuffing yet, and blah blah blah.
None of that.
So it's. Yeah, I wouldn't do it that way, but anyway. So it's Monday.
Monday.
Ba
ba.
ba da
ba. And there's a ton of news that happened over the weekend. And you know what? I think we need to start with Meet the Press because
why not?
It's an 8-minute video. I'm just going to kind of get, hopefully we can find the right point.
So joining me now is Dr. Michael Osterholm. He's an infectious disease expert at the University of Minnesota.
It's a hell of a name.
Dr. Osterholm, welcome back to Meet the Press. You know, earlier this week, you and I spoke about this current race against these mutant strains and about the vaccine
the race against the mutants.
I was going to say, he needs to stop talking about the right like that.
Look. Just because we're different from you.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you got to call us names.
I know, right?
Distribution, and you seem to, you said something that really stuck with me, so I want to show this screen of, this is the efficacy rate of the first doses of the 3.
Moderna, 80%. Johnson & Johnson, 72%. Pfizer, 52%.
Of the
Pfizer
vaccines, Moderna
is only
at 80%,
52.
Johnson
Wow.
& Johnson 72%, Pfizer at 52%.
Oh, by the way, did you know the congressman just got tested positive for the coronavirus after taking the Pfizer double dose?
Yeah, because it doesn't do anything.
Again, all the first dose efficacy rates. Do you believe we are now at a point where we may have to call an audible here on how we distribute the vaccine?
Well, first of all, let me just say that I have been one of those saying that we need to make sure that we have both first and second doses and follow the FDA approval process.
Right.
Because they've gotten it right so far.
We do have to call an audible. I think it's no doubt about it. The fact is that the surge.
I like audibles.
It's no doubt about it.
I like Audible.
I like Audible too.
He's calling Audible. That's not good.
What? No,
you don't call Audible.
You need to listen to Audible. You don't call it.
It's not how you do this.
No, I gotta figure out what to do with Audible. No, seriously.
That is likely to occur with this new variant from England. It's going to happen in the next 6 to 14 weeks. And if we see that happen, which my 45 years in the trenches tell us we will.
In the trenches? Really?
What trenches have you been in, man?
Are
you talking like medical trenches? Because is that what you're talking about?
I hope so.
In the war against the killer germs. Okay.
We are going to see something like we have not seen yet in this country.
Yeah.
Okay. England, for example, is hospitalizing twice as many people as we ever hospitalized at our highest number. And so we do know that if we look at these first doses, that in fact we can even get higher numbers than you just laid out by the time of the 3rd week after vaccination. So we still want to get 2 doses in everyone, but I think right now in advance of this surge, we need to get as many 1 doses in as many people over 65 as we possibly can.
As many 1 doses.
But I thought it took both doses in order to be effective.
But they've got to have the dosey-do.
Swing your partner.
Yeah.
Like but I'm seriously, like, it's supposed to be, in order for it to be right, in order to be max
clear.
Yeah, in order to have the full
efficacy.
Thank you. And in order for it to work totally, you have to have both doses. So I'm curious as to why is it so important to have at least one. I'm sorry, and call me skeptical.
Hey, skeptical.
Hi, it's good to meet you. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to be part of the show.
That's right.
When somebody pushes for something like that, especially when you're talking medications or injections or anything like that, it's a little bit off-putting.
Well,
I'm sorry, but it is.
Yeah, I completely. It takes multiple shots, multiple lines, multiple doses.
But when you say, hey, we have to have both shots, that's the whole way it works. That's the best. The highest effectiveness is when it's at both shots. Blah 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 blah. But he just sat there and went, we've got to get everybody over the age of 65 with at least one. Why? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You mentioned it earlier. About who's it from the Senate?
Yeah.
Somebody from the Senate got both doses and still has COVID.
Yes. Now, nobody's saying that it's 100%, obviously.
No, obviously, but it doesn't make sense. Why are you pushing so hard? What is in this stuff? And I'm not a conspiracy theory kind of guy, but I'm sorry, I have questions now. And when I don't get those questions answered and all these people do is go, don't worry about it, just trust us, I kind of go, no. I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah, no. You're very particular about this. You're saying, what's in the box?
More like, what's in the vial? Because I saw it, okay. And I wish I'd saved it. I think I did, actually.
Maybe you did.
I might be able to get that to you and we can play it at some point.
Okay.
I seen a TikTok and I believe it is Sir Anthony Hopkins getting COVID or getting the shot.
Getting the shots?
It says it's him on the thing with a blue check.
Yeah, Anthony.
But he's got a face mask and a face shield, and I
he's
can't
old.
tell. Yeah, and I can't tell.
Yeah.
So, but it was really weird.
It's Anthony Hopkins.
Well, no, that's not the weird part.
Oh,
the weird part is he's in his car, and the lady in the Walmart brand biosuit comes up. And she does her little thing, and she wipes the stuff on there, and she's got the needle in her hand. She's like, "You're gonna feel a little stick," and she sticks him. And you remember, like,
it's the same. Is it the same like when we saw them do the doctors, where it stuck, and then they didn't actually push anything in, they just pulled out?
Worse.
What?
Worse. So one, we all know when you get a shot, it's. You stick it in your arm, squeak that sucker out of there. You don't hang around. Yeah. The only time that happens where they sit and play and they dawdle around is when you're getting like in your mouth from a dentist.
Sure, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That one, I guess she thought she was a dentist. She had pinched his arm and was moving her arm around and waiting. And then she pulls it out. Now, bear in mind, so he's sitting in the car. So imagine I'm facing
the windshield,
the right side.
Yeah.
So anybody who's looking on TV or on the video or whatever,
face that side.
Give me your right arm. So he's standing here like that, and she's at his right arm, and she takes her right hand with the syringe in it, and she squirts something in him, pulls the thing out of her arm, aims it out the door, and goes, and you watch it. She hits the plunger and shoots whatever's left in it out of the back of the car.
What?
Now, I'm sorry, but I thought that when you get a shot, you're supposed to get all of it. What the hell was that?
What?
I have the video. I'm going to have it, and we're going to get it done. But holy cow, I'm really, really confused with all of this. Anyway, let's listen to Mr. Alistair
to reduce the serious illness and deaths that are going to occur over the weeks ahead.
If this decision, if the Biden administration agrees with your call here, they basically have to make this decision right now. The second dose appointments.
They do have
right here, right now.
Yeah, the second dose appointments basically have already begun or are beginning. So they have to do this right now. Do you think as you know, look, everybody's nervous because there's no perfect solution here. Do you think they're ready to do this, or do you think they're going to get cold feet?
Well, I think it's going to be tough. I mean, imagine where we're at, Chuck, right now. You and I are sitting on this beach where it's 70 degrees, perfectly blue skies, gentle breeze, but I see that Hurricane 5, Category 5 or higher, 450 miles offshore.
I'm sorry. What? You're talking about a hurricane? What?
Here I am.
No, I'm not rocking anything like a hurricane. What?
Beach, where it's 70 degrees, perfectly blue skies, gentle breeze, but I see that Hurricane 5, Category 5 or higher, 450 miles offshore. And, telling people
Hold on. He can see 450 miles off of shore?
Yeah, he can.
Wow.
Got some eyes on that guy.
Jeepers
and that
creepers, where
blue
did you
sky
get those
day is gonna be
peepers?
hard. But I can also tell you that hurricane's coming. So I think we have to understand that because of this surge, we do have to call an audible. And again, we're not going to deny anybody their second dose. And actually, the data we have supports the longer you wait, the better you may do anyway with your vaccine.
Wait.
Did you catch that, everybody? The longer you wait to take it, the better off you are.
You've got to take 2 of them, but
The longer you
take
wait,
your time.
That's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Especially in between doses.
It's almost
the longer you wait, it's fine.
Almost like it's not exactly
necessary.
effective.
Oh.
That sounds weird.
So we do know that if we get a number of first doses in people, particularly 65 years of age and older, we can really
pause for
do
just a
lot
second.
to reduce.
Just for a second.
Yeah.
Am I the only person that is really uncomfortable for the amount of times he keeps saying getting another dose inside of people?
He really wants to put it in somebody.
He keeps wanting to put it in people, and it's the way he keeps saying that is making me feel very uncomfortable. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
What he got, you got to get it, put it in you.
Gross.
Reduce the number of serious illnesses and deaths in this next big surge, which is coming.
If we don't do this, let me paint for you one sort of nightmare scenario that I'm fearing, which is by the time that some of us get to the place in line where we're going to get a vaccine, that the vaccine available to me won't be able to deal with the strain that is circulating around this country. How likely could we be in that scenario, say, by the start of summer?
Well, I'm not sure that that's the scenario I'm most worried about. I think that the B117 or the UK strain is going to become the dominant strain. And fortunately, that one has not shown its ability to...
What about the B-52?
I like the B-52s.
They're good, right?
They were good.
The B-117, I don't know. That's really like an off-brand.
Yeah.
You know, it's not very good.
It didn't have near as high of a
impact.
Yeah, I mean, it had some fuel issues in the beginning.
Exactly.
There was not a the occupancy space was not very big. Like the B-52 could hold up to like I think 8 or 10
the
people.
The wingspan was smaller.
It was. Oddly enough, the tail end wings were bigger. The stabilizer wings were much bigger than the actual wings itself.
It's really awkward. It's like it was flying by its ass.
It did. Well, and that's the weird part about it. But I mean, it got off the ground and it flew.
Sort of.
It didn't win the war. That's for sure. Anyway.
It took a lot of power.
It took a lot of something.
The protection from the vaccine, but its ability to cause many more infections and much more serious illness is there. So I think right now that's the priority I would look at. When you look at the data on the other variants, we're very concerned about the ones from South Africa and Brazil that may, in fact, lead to evasion of the immune protection from either natural disease or from vaccine. But even if you look at the vaccine trials in South Africa, for example, what was missed in the J&J trial, no one who had the variant infection who was vaccinated died. So it may actually attenuate the serious illness and not just fully prevent.
Also, 99.999% of people that did not get the vaccine and got the virus didn't die either.
It's fascinating to me just how much people are trying to not die.
It's going to happen.
It is.
It's going to happen.
Everybody has got an expiration date.
Right. You don't know when yours is, and that's fine.
I'm just saying it's weird. The people, and this is why currently what you're doing in life isn't working. So you need to find something that gives you that peace.
Mm-hmm. That surpasses all understanding.
Exactly. And if you don't want to go that route, you need to find something else. But clearly what you're doing is not working.
Right.
You know, because that's the whole point of all this. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to they want to be no problems and no issues.
Right.
And
we
blah,
all know
blah,
what's going to happen.
And I don't understand why they want that so badly whenever you watch any heartfelt movie of any kind of underdog type movie, that's what it is.
Right.
It's the come from behind. It's the they through adversity and through effort and
Yes.
hard work, they came out and triumphed on top, and everyone's crying at the end. And I'm so happy they did it. It's so inspirational. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to actually live that life.
And then at the end of your time, be like, well, we did do it.
I mean, exactly. I think if people took more time to actually stop for a moment.
Oh.
And again, you have an expiration date. Your day is coming. When that is, how that looks, we don't know.
No.
But you have the moment now. Take a moment. What is going to be said about your life?
As of this moment.
If you died now, not this whole, where are you going to spend eternity? We're not going to talk about that.
Here
And now.
What are the people around you going to say?
What have you done with your life? What have you helped more than you've hurt? Have you, are you leaving something behind to your children? That something that works, something that's lasting. What is your legacy? What does that look like? When people talk about you when you're dead and gone, what are they going to say truthfully?
What is the idea behind you? What's going to last beyond your years?
I'm just saying
Is anything going to last beyond your years?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. You're gonna die at some point. The question is gonna be, what does it look like? How does the world look like? How do you leave it behind? And what have you done to make it so? Yeah. And that's the part you kind of need to think about.
We get into this crap because obviously we delve into it a lot.
Yeah.
And we get stuck in the mire and the muck and the mud, and we get to laugh and joke and play inside of that. But it really is something that needs to be thought of. It's something that needs to be talked about. It's something that needs to drive you.
It is.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
What happens when you're gone?
Yeah. Because that's the key about it. Like, and we have our faith, and if you have faith in anything, then kudos. That's something that needs to be taken more seriously, I think. You know what I mean? It's all about the heart. That in the end, it's the heart.
Yeah.
We've always said this from the beginning. The heart is the root of everything. What is it? Out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yep.
That's literally everything that comes out of you is from what's in there. And if you don't like how things are, then you need to deal with you.
And your heart.
And it's hard. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the benefits of it far surpass anything that you can do, any kind of law that can be passed, any type of vaccine that can be given.
Yep.
Just saying.
But you could just be like the New York Times.
You
could be like the New York Times.
You could be like them.
You could just act like the New York Times
and write an article that literally says it takes about 29 to 36 minutes to read. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
I'm like, holy cow.
You could make an article and literally just list every single person who voted
to overturn the election.
To overturn the election.
Or the election results. To
overturn the election results. Every Republican who voted to overturn the election results, you could be the person or the three people.
That's what I was getting ready to say, too. It took 3 people to write this article.
You could be the 3 people to write a 36-minute to read article. I'm not even going to get into it.
No. I found it. I found this from the New York Times. Because it was nice to look at. It's nice to look back and go,
these are the people that you should look at and say,
at least,
okay, at least they stood by their word
in that moment. Now, obviously, you need to look more, but these are kind of because we always talked about we need to start gauging people by who they are and what they say and everything else.
Yes, their actions.
Your actions. If you've never done that before, this article is a good springboard.
Yes.
It's a great starting point. You kind of get an idea of, okay, this is who we need to start looking into. And then you start evaluating everything from there.
Right. The title of it is 147 Republicans who voted to overturn the election results from the New York Times. If you go there and look at it, it gives you literally faces and names of every single person.
Yeah. I might be able to find the small picture of it.
Yeah.
That we can post later. I'm going to put on the Twitters, but
Yeah, post it on the Twitters and stuff.
Or there it is right there. Can you
Gotcha.
screenshot that? Just that. That's
I'll get you.
there. You go. That'll work too. But yeah, it's so much faster when it's on a computer.
I know, right?
But yeah, no, I saw this and it was nice to look and see, you know, who at least in that moment is like, hey, something isn't right.
This is not good.
I don't know. I believe there's at least one person from every state.
At least.
There has to be because it's 147
Oh, no,
guys.
it took literally... No,
it didn't.
It took the one guy.
No, it didn't. Really?
These are all individual pictures.
No, okay, well then can you...
No.
You can't isolate it and then screen grab just that square?
Not with what they got here because they're all crap here and do that. Yeah.
Make the window bigger.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Yeah, but I like I said, I found this and it was really nice to be able to kind of look. There's people from our state that you know we're able to look at. Now, obviously, we don't know why. We don't know why they did it. We don't know why they. It could have been they were pushed because of. Well, that's what the party wants to do. That's what we're going to do. It could have been, you know, well, if I do this, then it's going to work for me. Benefit, you know, it's going to benefit me on the other side. It could have been because they honestly believe something. I don't know, but again, it's 36 to or 29 to 36 minutes of reading.
I'm just going to link it.
Or you could do that too.
I'm just going to link it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to link it. I'm having trouble with it, so I'm just going to link it. Anyway,
yeah, and because you're gonna, and
it's also the New York Times, and they hate this crap. So,
yeah, so take a look at it. You know, scan through it, see who you got on there, as far as you know who your representative might be if they're there. You know, anything cool like that because it makes you happy. And that is now
happy.
It's officially on the Twitter, so go check that out at DOAE Show. Hashtag arm yourselves.
Exactly.
There you go. And we're going to put it everywhere else.
I literally just threw it everywhere.
You did. Literally everywhere. Periscope and DLive and Facebook and
Done.
YouTube and
all over
Facebook.
All over the place. I just put it in you.
Yes, the legacy that we leave behind. Exactly.
Darn right.
Anyway. So you know the right, nothing but horrible,
terrible
terrorists and horrible people.
Yeah, but before we do that, we should probably just read some tweets.
Would you rather just do that? All right, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, because we're pretty close on the time. So
you're right.
Let's just read some tweets. How about the Southern Ohio Jackal over on the Twitters? Who in the hell has enough time to read the New York Times? I know I don't because I never seem to leave work. Pick from tonight.
Wow.
Thanks for listening, bud.
There's
Thank you, brother.
You got a kind of a mess there.
Yeah.
It's
you lead a dirty life there.
That's a lot of sand.
It's a lot of dirt.
And salt.
Yeah.
And
indict.
I guess you're trying to tell us that you're still dealing with snow. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. B from the SAV. A legacy. A far better gift than riches and fame. Guys getting deep tonight. I like it.
It is.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
it is.
We got to go deep.
Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. Speaking of going deep, I would have voted for it so they can use my picture. Here it is. And it's him flipping us off. Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
See?
Lovely.
It's
lovely.
Good stuff.
Nah, it's not flipping us off. It's
it is. If you look at the picture, he is facing
the camera,
the person looking at the picture and flipping the bird.
It's whoever's looking.
So whoever's looking.
I get you.
Exactly.
I'm there with you.
There you go.
Little homegrown hometown slug.
Aw.
My legacy, I hope, is the dreams of a slug making jellies that captures the imagination of a chef yet to come.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's a good one.
That's cool.
That's a good one.
I can see that.
That's it. Like I don't know how else you top that, really.
I mean, yeah, that's a great one.
James the Unvaccinated Jackhole over Twitter. If I die right now, I'm leaving a wife, 5 kids, no debt, solid work ethic, and my family knows I love them. I ain't perfect, but I ain't a piece of poo neither.
That's right.
And that's
a good thing.
You know what? And sometimes that's
all you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of people out there.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Indeed. Guys, don't go anywhere. There's still so much more to come. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
What's wrong with us, dude?
Oh, I've got a laundry list.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. First off,
Like,
too.
I've seen enough shrinks to know I've got a bag here. And the reason I don't see any more is because you
they
kind
get
of
upset.
Well, no, most of my ex shrinks have turned to drugs and alcohol. So.
Oh, that's true. Oh, is this him?
Yeah.
There he is.
Now watch.
Yeah, I'm watching.
The needle.
She's just kind of like fiddling around.
I
over
told
there.
you. Now, here's where it gets weird.
Yeah.
And he's just like, okay.
She hasn't plunged it yet.
No, I don't know.
She hasn't. I'm telling you.
All done.
She didn't plunge anything.
Did you see that, though?
Vaccination card, okay?
She did not plunge that shit.
You okay?
Hold on.
I don't know. I didn't.
Look. Okay. Back there.
Little poke.
See the height of the plunger? Now she's just holding it. She's just doing this number. Squirt.
All done.
Wow,
Let me just put a Band-Aid, and I need to hand you over your vaccination card, okay?
And yes, that is
You
Hopkins.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
It says it is, but I don't know.
No, it is. I can tell.
I don't mind.
Okay, all right. So let me
I've
do
never
your
seen Silence of the
paperwork,
Lambs, so I
and you're all
can't see
good.
it.
I can see it.
And see everybody cheer. You see what I'm saying, though?
People clapping. Oh my God, you got it.
Like, she just squirted that junk out the back of the car.
Yeah, I think that was a waste. If it was really worth what you're saying it's worth, that was a waste.
Yeah, he just got stuck with a needle for no reason.
Uh-huh.
So,
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Okay, coming back.
This is Defenders Live.
I figured I should take advantage of it. Good Lord, you dropped that sound quick.
Yeah, I did. You're right. I want to get into this.
That's a lot of stuff. Are we
It
going
is a
to
lot.
play that video or no?
Which video?
The one that we just looked at.
No, I'm not going to play it.
You're not gonna
again.
show it?
No. People, okay, if you're watching, you heard it. It's not really, no, I'm not going to play it because it's just, it's not much to see. It's Anthony Hopkins.
I don't know. It's
Getting-
only like a couple of seconds, and you could watch it.
It's him getting a shot,
but he's not getting a shot.
but not getting a shot.
It's fake.
It's him
They
not getting a shot.
They stuck him with a needle, and that's it. And then they squirt
And they
the
let-
stuff out the car.
Stuck him with the needle, and they just kind of bobbed it there for a minute, and then she had her hand in the position like she was gonna do the plunger thing, but she never actually did the plunger thing, and then she pulled it out after a few seconds and squirted the rest out.
Yeah, which is totally sanitary, by the way.
Completely sanitary.
I'm just saying.
all good. No
so
problems.
here's my deal.
Yeah.
With that video.
Yeah.
And I plan on keeping hold of that one.
Uh-huh.
If Sir Anthony Hopkins dies
Of COVID.
anytime soon and of COVID,
Oh, buddy.
I'm going to sue on behalf of him.
I'm suing on behalf of Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yes, because he went in there. He
got a
sat
fake
there.
virus.
He got stuck with a needle for no reason. You people sit there and say it's supposed to. Oh, shut up. Oh,
Screw you.
you douchebag.
Yeah. But yeah, you were saying before the break that, the right is very violent. It's incredibly violent. What?
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I caught this
Okay.
real fast.
Yeah.
Adam W. Johnson
Mm-hmm.
over on Twitters. Follow us at DOA Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves.
Right, all that.
Okay. Adam W. Johnson. I can't do regular poetry, but I can do haiku.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. I got
You
you.
ready? Listen to this show. It's called Defenders Live. It's a dumpster fire.
Thank you.
And that's it.
That's all it needs to be.
That's it. I thought haikus would at least be 4 lines.
No, it's...
Is it 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.
No.
What the hell am I thinking of this? What's the 4 one then?
You're just talking about a regular stanza.
A regular stanza? Is it what it is? Okay.
Yeah. The haiku is 3 lines, certain syllables.
No?
Yeah.
And the cadence.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the cadence.
It's the cadence that really gets you.
Still.
Anyway.
I feel like we need to have that like printed or laminated or something. Put that and like distribute it from now on like everywhere we go.
Yeah, that'd be listen to the show.
It's
is
a
called
dumpster.
It is called Defenders Live. It's a dumpster fire. Anyway,
It does roll off the tongue.
it really does. So yeah, obviously the right is full of terrible, misogynistic, sexist, racist, horrible, no good, very bad, violent offenders.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible. I mean, the laundry list of the atrocities that these people have committed are
Like standing up for freedom.
I just oof. I mean, how dare you?
How do you do that?
And backing up and standing for, not just the freedoms, but the individual freedoms.
The
The
supporting
freedom-
the Constitution.
Yes, completely. The human sovereignty.
Oh no.
State sovereignty.
No.
I know. It's
The abolishment of slavery.
small government.
Oh, what?
Balanced budgets.
Oh, you capitalist.
I know. I feel guilty even talking about it.
Right.
I do.
Yes, I know.
Because, all that's going to happen is we're going to get labeled now. And
Right, exactly.
just mentioning it is going to put us on a list.
It is, for sure.
And the last thing I want is Chuck Schumer
Calling us up.
Yeah, I couldn't even say it with a straight face. I don't care. I would love to, honestly, on this show, like, forget trolls.
Right.
I would love to hit the level where,
Something we say? Or
where we get hate mail from, like, big people like
From
that.
senators?
From senators and from,
the big little people?
exactly.
The big little people.
All the executives and the white collar people and the celebrities
man,
and
would
junk.
that be amazing?
I would love that. I would love, like, if I have, honest to God, if I could get one snarky, smart ass kind of thing from anybody, Alyssa Milano, Cookie, anybody,
Anyone.
I'm going to frame that sucker and put it on a wall like it's
And
the
just be like,
first dollar we earned.
Because it's hilarious.
That's the level I want to hit, where I'm constantly pissing them off.
That'd be amazing. You should do that.
That's the goal. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Several
dozen leftist militants armed with hatchets, knives, and batons forcibly took over a hotel in the radical hub, otherwise known as Olympia, Washington, on Sunday.
So they took a hotel?
Yeah. Those
Why?
inside the Red Lion Hotel began calling 911 around 11 a.m., saying a group was attempting to forcibly take over the hotel. Police were told that the employees felt threatened by the group and that an employee allegedly was assaulted.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But hold on, but these are peaceful. All these protests and everybody on the left are all peaceful.
The group was identified as Ollie Housing Now.
Ollie Housing Now.
Ollie Oxenfree?
That's what I was just
I
thinking.
was about that too.
They're safe. They're at home base. You can't do nothing.
A homeless activist group.
Wait.
And its members had gas masks, helmets, goggles, and apparently in preparation for confrontation. All of that.
But they're homeless.
But they're homeless.
Or at least a homeless advocacy group.
They're an advocacy group for the homeless.
Um,
They had helmets, goggles, and gas masks. Yes, Dylan Lyles, Mojo 50, Defenders Live.
yeah, I just have this quick question. So these are advocates for homeless people.
Yeah.
As in they advocate. They stand up for and they try to petition on behalf of
correct
those who have no home, usually have no income.
Yep.
No place to stay, no food to eat, nothing regular, nothing.
You got it right on point. Yes,
okay, so I would just make a suggestion that the people, the homeless folks that they were advocating for, might have a little bit better of a situation if this current organization wasn't dumping money into gas masks and batons and to weapons and riot gear and whatever else that they showed up in. I'm just saying, call me crazy.
You have no idea.
Call me crazy, but like gas masks are not cheap. A couple, $100 or whatever, a couple $100. Do you know that? I mean, I understand that the cost of living has gone up. I went to Walmart. We went to McDonald's 2 weeks ago, and to buy food for the 5 kids and 3 adults that were in the house cost me $50.
I was about to say about $50, right?
At McDonald's.
I know, and that's
holy cow. Anyway, so I understand
not the
that
dollar menu, but still,
I understand that's high. Well, some of them were, but not all of them. But I understand that that's high.
Yeah,
but still, that was what,
a bit
8 total people.
Yeah,
for $50.
Yeah.
So a single gas mask we'll say is what, 150?
Just a basic gas mask?
Yeah, just a basic
gas mask.
You're looking that up. But
basic gas mask price
is drum roll, please.
Oh, $30.
Oh, that's even worse. That doesn't
$30.
That's a full, like a real one.
Yeah.
Okay,
for
so
Betsy.
$30.
Yeah.
For one. So $100 is what? That's 3 gas masks.
Or you can get the one that looks like a GIMP.
That was cheaper. I mean, you can go straight cheap. There's one for $4.
$4.
That's a way cheap thing.
Yeah,
but I don't know how I trust all that.
I don't really know if they're actually gas masks or just like they look like it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
But I like the pricing. So let's say.
Oh, here you go. Military grade.
Military grade is $69.
There you go.
Okay. So that's for 2. I'm just saying that's a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah. Police estimate about 45 members of the group were inside of the hotel.
That's what?
45. So you times that by $69, $70,
Yeah, 45 times 70 is a lot.
A lot.
Was that 200 and so no, hold on, about 300 some on?
No, you add another 0.
How do you figure? 70.
Yeah.
7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 8 is 24, or 7 times 4 is 28.
Then you add
1 0. You bring the 1 0 down.
Yeah.
That's the 1. You don't need any more.
You start at the 0 and you get 0 0. Then you put another 0.
Hold on.
And you go. If you're going to do multiplication,
I gotta do it. I had to write that out.
If you're going to do multiplication,
I have to
do
write
it right.
that out.
All right. You start at the 0.
No, but what you do
because it's the 1.
No, but no. You take that 0 and drop that. This is the one trick I know. If you see
you have
a
to
0,
add it back in at the end.
Yes, but it's just that instead of 70 times 45, you make it 7 times 45, and you throw a 0 at the end of that answer.
What's 7 times 45?
I don't know.
What's 7 times 45?
That's 35. 3 is 28, 29, 30, 3. 31.
So 315.
315. So 3,015.
There you go.
That's what I said.
No, it's nowhere.
I was trying to get there.
It's nowhere close.
I was trying to get there. You're adding like an extra 0.
No, I said add a 0.
No, it's. I knew, but you take the 0 off.
About $3,000
Yeah.
just for the gas mask. Yeah.
Yeah. So $3,000, and like I said, I spent about $50.
Advocacy for homeless.
$3,000 just in gas masks. And by the way, a lot of those gas masks are just the mask. That doesn't count the filters.
Right, yeah.
Filters are going to be an extra, anywhere between $10 and $20, depending on the grade.
I just walked you live through air how to do math.
I know how to do math. You were trying to confuse me by adding extra zeros.
I didn't add any. You took
did.
one away.
You did.
You took
Check
one
the
away.
tape. No, yes, you took it away and you set it aside because it don't need it because you know it's going to get
it back.
I hadn't got to the answer yet. Good Lord. Anyway, approximately $3,000 just in gas masks, only to turn around. Like I said, we spent $50 for 8 people.
Yeah.
At McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the math on that.
But you're not paying.
That's a lot of 8 peoples.
It's a lot of 8 peoples, bud.
A lot of 8 peoples.
It's a lot of 8 people.
It's like, what, 600? Is it 600? Did I do that right? 3,000 to 50 is 600?
60.
That's what I said, 60.
Okay.
I could do math if I could write it out. Doing it in my head, looking at it,
I understand.
I'm a moron.
I understand.
But anyway, point is, lots of people can be fed at McDonald's at least one time just off the gas masks alone.
Yep.
Not to mention,
Housing.
The housing.
You could rent
because
so many things.
Okay. Well, and then another angle too. So how many people got arrested?
Approximately 40 hotel rooms were booked and the bystanders, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Before the occupation, 17 rooms were occupied. So they took, they took like 20-some rooms. Police added that it was blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say how many were arrested. Oh, yeah, 12. 12.
Okay, 12 people were arrested. Do you know there's odds are those people have to pay bail to get out. So there's the bail fee. Somebody's paying that. So you throw in the $3,000 for the masks, not counting filters. You throw in that they had purchased rooms, rented rooms.
Right.
So then there's the cost of the bail for the 12 people to get out because you know they're going to be not accounting attorneys and all that
the
stuff
rest of
that might happen. I mean, the attorney may or may not happen.
You basically armed hostages at this point.
Yeah.
They had to send in SWAT, which means you're paying for that too.
Yeah, you're going to pay for that too. So
you're also going to pay for any damages from SWAT.
I'm pretty sure that you could have just taken all of that money and handed it to some homeless people and changed their life.
Yeah.
That's my thought. Call me crazy. I'm not in an advocacy group. I'm not an organizer. I'm not an administrator. I don't know these things. I'm not versed in those things.
Well, let's just put it this way. Mayor Cheryl Selby. I had to take a second to actually make sure I said that right.
Yeah, because
Cheryl Selby.
That's weird. That's a tongue twister because usually it's Shelby, not Selby.
It's Cheryl Selby.
Yeah.
Ended this entire ordeal saying, the tactics used today by Ollie Housing are unproductive and won't make the mission more attainable.
I mean,
it's true.
Is she wrong?
No, she's right.
I mean,
completely right. She is completely in the right there. Completely in the right.
Yeah, I know. I'm not showing my math, my work. Good Lord, guys.
Love you guys so much.
Math Monday.
Math Monday.
Bitch, I think this just became a thing. Damn it. This portion of the show brought to you by Dylan doing math. Here we go. We're going to hand him a sheet with math problems on it. It'll be graded by the end. Can you guess? We're going to do an over-under to see how many I get right.
He has 5 minutes. Let's go.
He can do regular problems right, but can he do word problems?
Oh, nuts.
I know. Pay attention. Oh. I was going to say, I have a bad feeling this just became a thing now.
No, it's fine.
No. I'm saying I know people who listen to us.
I'm going to force you into it?
No, not you. I have a bad feeling.
Math Monday?
That your
Twitter feed?
Social media is going to start blowing up now with, hey, Dylan, I've got a question. If Jim leaves on a train at 4 p.m. traveling 70 miles an hour.
Nobody cares. Jim.
And
nobody cares about Jim here, all right?
And Pam leaves on a train heading in the opposite direction at 50 miles an hour.
Pam can go screw herself.
At what point where's the gas station that he proposes to her? I don't know.
Albuquerque.
It's 42.
It's Albuquerque.
It's always Albuquerque.
It's there.
What?
No.
He was. We're doing a live show, right? You can't do that because that just makes everything stand still and everyone listening is like, what the hell just happened? Who are they talking to?
It's fine. This happens all the time on radio.
I know. Well, not all the time. It doesn't happen to Brad. It doesn't happen to Brad and Ron.
Yes, it does.
When?
It used to all the time.
When? It used to. It doesn't now.
Well, I mean, now they're secluded in the hotel
Yeah. And
by themselves.
everybody's afraid of what Brad may have behind the desk.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So nobody wants to go there.
And
But-
Ron's always in the bunker.
Right, because he has to. How it works.
Keep things moving. And then
Beef from the SEC. Live look into DOA's show Math Mondays at Dylan Lyles in action. It's a chimpanzee trying
that's
to...
not a chimpanzee. That's a baboon.
That's a baboon. Sorry. A baboon. That's a baboon. Yeah, you're right. It's a baboon.
The bad part is he could probably get the math problem done more correct and faster than I can.
But that's because he has a machine.
Yeah, but
He has a tabulator.
you can give me the machine and I still wouldn't give it.
Speaking of tabulations, the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors voted unanimously last week to conduct a full forensic audit of election equipment in Arizona's largest county.
Maricopa County, you are late. You should have done this before the election.
Or right after
This
the election.
you realize what this is, right? This is getting an oil change
during the recount.
No, this is getting an oil change after you've ran your car off a bridge.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
That's what this is.
It's about right, yeah.
We got to check and make sure everything else is okay. It doesn't matter. It's in flames, sir. It is a charcoal briquette now.
In fuego.
Yes. It's useless now. What are you doing?
Stop it.
I mean, again, don't get me wrong. It looks like
It's
you're
good for
trying
next time.
something.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be good for next time because
Maybe.
nobody's going to touch anything until then.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Actually,
how do we,
everybody's going to touch it.
everybody's going to touch it? And how do we know things aren't going to be manipulated and changed then? Who's
more.
checking this stuff?
No one.
Who's doing? How can we trust what comes out of it? This is so stupid. This stuff should be. You would think to avoid this stuff. It's not like this is like Christmas.
Yeah.
Everybody's surprised that Christmas rolls around.
Same time every year.
This is the same thing when it comes to elections. Every year it happens, or every 2 years it happens the exact same time in the exact same way.
Yep.
It's not a surprise. Don't you think that as a state or a county or whatever, to remain above board, to be to ensure that no matter what drama goes on the rest of the country, you can be presented as being above board, have checked your stuff, dotted your I's, crossed your T's. Don't you think you would have something in place to check this stuff all the time?
No.
Have a third party thing that could be trusted, that you can and verified, something that you can then hold paperwork no matter what happens and go, voila, we have our stuff checked every 6 months.
Independently checked
By
and
an
verified sources?
I know, sounds crazy.
What?
I know, but still,
Well,
you would think.
let me
Okay.
quell let me calm this down, okay? I'm just going to The decision to audit the election equipment came 1 week after Joe Biden was inaugurated president, following a now former President Donald Trump's challenge of the election results in multiple key battleground states, including Arizona. Board Chairman Jack Sellers explained in a statement, the audit is necessary to provide Maricopa County voters with additional assurance of election integrity. Quote, Maricopa County elections were administered with integrity throughout 2020. That's a fact. Multiple audits to date have proved as much, and multiple court rulings have concurred.
So then why are you making a big deal of it now?
Quote, it's also true that a significant additional assurances that a full forensic audit of tabulation equipment might bring, especially given all the misinformation that spreads following the November 3rd election. This audit shows our commitment to providing that assurance. That all from Sellers.
Again,
He wants to make you feel better.
And I understand, but that's dumb though. Like, I get it. If you're doing this stuff, then it doesn't need to be so big of an issue that it becomes a news story.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you would think that you would be in a spot where at least your own people would have enough confidence because you can then show to your people, hey, this is what we've been doing.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, I would. If I was running this whole thing, I would be like, hey.
We checked it last week, guys, before the election. Everything should be fine.
And just like in town council meetings, just turn around and throw in, oh, by the way, we're checking the machines again next week. Hey, guys. And
we're going to check it again next week.
Yeah, we're scheduling again for another time. Here's what we're doing. You can look at our results. Here's the people, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And have everything completely transparent and out there for people to look at. I mean, I guess it is 2021. It's not going to make a whole big difference because people are still going to complain about everything. But still,
everything.
The only people that you need to be worried about convincing Maricopa County is the people in your county. And if you have to make an announcement and broadcast this kind of stuff like that, that means there are people in your county that don't trust you, which means you're doing something that is not above board. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, but you're not being transparent enough. So maybe you should start thinking about being more transparent, more obvious, more inclusive to everyone to let them see, hey, this is what we're doing.
Yes.
And to hell with what the rest of the country thinks.
See.
But that's...
From the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, this multi-layered forensic audit will dive into the tabulation equipment to analyze its hacking vulnerability, verify that no malicious malware was installed, and test the tabulators were not sending and receiving information over the internet. As an added layer of assurance, the county wire 2 independent firms certified by the U.S. Assistance Commission to each independently audit the tabulations equipment, pro V&V and SLI compliance.
Yeah, because we all know what the hell that
What
means.
does that even mean? I was.
It's a lot of words.
I'm doing additional education stuff and watching a lot of videos and stuff like that for work. For work.
Yeah, I need to, but I'm not.
One of the things that
I don't care enough.
One of the things about what I was going through was that when you're talking to people who aren't in your field of work, you don't use shop talk.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't use terms that everybody in your field understands. You use terms that everybody understands. That way, nobody feels left out of the conversation and nobody feels like you're trying to talk above their head.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that people feel included in this. If you really wanted to make people feel comfortable with this crap, you'd explain what Pro V&V and SLI compliance really is.
Yeah. You'd think.
No.
You'd but
no.
But it makes you sound fancy.
Makes you sound very smart.
And douchey.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of that. Again, there's other ways. I don't understand why we can't just go back to let me start this again. I know you do sound like Ted Kennedy.
Thanks. I'll take it.
When you have something as serious as an election, especially knowing the contention and the division that has gone on because of these things, especially as of late, don't you think we would kind of want to not do that anymore? So you would go back and do things in ways. Mean? Well, I'm like, it's an election. Why can't we go back to? I get we're in the age of technology, but why can't we simplify it again? Go back to paper and pencil, or you know what I mean? Or there's got to be more accurate ways because they're talking about having these things being hacked and malware and blah 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 blah. Maybe design a machine that doesn't connect to the internet. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe has and I'm just spitballing here, but when you go vote, you get put in a line with your first letter of your last name, right?
True.
Okay. So then how about you not then at that point get sent to machines that have certain that information in there,
right?
Just that one,
just that information,
like a chip, an SM, an SM card or whatever, and you slide that into the back of there, and it's almost like an Excel sheet. By doing it, they punch their own stuff in, and at the end of the day, the official people come through and they remove said chips. That way, there's no internet. And then they turn around and put them into their things and upload the reads, and it compiles onto an Excel sheet. And
I was thinking about
and
this.
I know it's like tedious, but still, it's got to be more accurate than.
Would it be too hard? Like, would it be too difficult?
It's always too hard.
Would it be too difficult to use punch cards instead?
I wanted that too. Go back to the hanging jab.
No, not the hang. Like actual punch cards. You get a hole punch, and you get a card, and you punch it instead of doing the
and like, but still have them verify your name, and they give
like,
you
yeah,
your
and you
sheet.
put it in the machine, and it reads it, and everywhere where it can't read a.
Well, because then you're going to run into the thing of, well, I punched that one, but I didn't mean to punch it,
Well,
so I
that's your
punched
own
it
fault.
twice. I know.
That's your own fault.
And that's the other thing is,
that's invalid at that point.
but that's the other kicker. Yeah, the consequences. Nobody wants to accept consequences for anything.
Yeah, I
so.
screwed up. Too bad.
Anyway, guys, this hour is brought to you by American Pride Roasters. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Oh.
Historically great coffee.
We're drinking the monkey bread.
It is so good. I haven't had it in so long.
I know, right?
It is so good.
I ordered it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, buddy. Check out all the different flavors and non-flavored coffees they have over there. Light, dark, medium roast, cob, teas, and chocolates. You will never be disappointed over there. I promise you that. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to Mojo50.com.
Yes.
Amazing things going on over there. Our website, DOAEshow.com. Follow us, like us on the shows, all the social medias at DOAE Show, especially Twitter. We talk to y'all most on Twitter at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves. Guys, stay tuned for another hour.
Yeah, sorry, I drank it all. Sorry. I drank it. I know. I just need to fill up the water all the way every time.
That might be a good idea.
That's probably the best way. I just need to go full 12 cups.
Why don't you?
Because I normally don't make 12 cups. I normally just make 10 because I don't... Like, the back of the Mr. Coffee has the 2 holes, and it's at the limit of 12 cups. Like, it's not...
Oh, I know.
It's not, like, I don't know why it has that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you even have those in the back?
It's to breathe, I think.
You put them higher.
Well, no, I think it's to be a cutoff so that way you don't overfill it. But oddly enough, it doesn't always spill. I filled it like up to it and just past it and nothing happens.
Huh. Yeah, but I have to push mine back. Like
I do too.
I don't want to take that chance. I don't, no, not gonna do it. Disembodied voices again. Yeah. Oh. So
This is the voice of God.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
What about Friday? Oh, yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
As far as I know. So, like, last I heard, it's still good. I got to check it, but yeah.
So Friday will be full show of disembodied voices.
Yeah, you like it now.
Yeah, you're gonna like it then.
You're really going to like it.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to
Oh, we could do Bitcoin voting.
Bitcoin voting.
Like blockchain.
Okay. Oh.
Because it's open source and completely secure.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Blockchain voting. Let's do that. I think that would work. That would work. Huh.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll try it.
I like that idea.
The only problem is, how do you send the information? Because if we do it by phone, that means technically anybody can vote more than once.
Oh, that's true.
Because it's independent. Every chain is a chain, and you have to have like a link or something.
Huh.
It has to be like an independent link. That has to be it. Independent, one-time use link. Go to the link, do your voting.
Oh, Kevin Hutt, you got it nailed.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Most of them want that hole punch for something else. Piece of tape.
All right. Coming back here. Come back.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
I like these answers. So they were talking about trying to come up with solutions for the whole election thing, because everybody's tired. That's so tired of the stupidness.
Yeah.
We all know that it's just a benefit to the politicians, and we all
Always.
get screwed in the end.
True enough.
So Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter, do you really think we can trust people to man a hole punch?
Well, I mean, Soylent Green are people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But when half the country can't look between their legs and determine which two sexes they are. And I would argue that some of those people that you're referring to would use said hole punch to start the
Other things.
Yeah.
The process?
Yeah. Kind of like here's the line of demarcation they'd perforate it themselves. So they could it peels off faster, I guess. I don't know. James, the unvaccinated jackhole over on Twitter also, the Scantron for the win. It worked in high school. I was thinking about that too.
Well, that's what they do in North Carolina. Basically, it's a Scantron system.
Yeah, I know. And I like that idea better.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It works better, I think. But what do I know? Again, I'm just
Tech Crew over there. Tech Crew 2024 over on the Twitters. Your break graphics are flashing my locker number. Well, that's completely coincidental.
I don't know what you did to pick your locker number, but we didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
And the fact that you've now just announced it,
Yeah.
you're gonna throw your bank PIN number out too while you're at it?
why
Social
not?
security number? I mean,
it should be.
You're pretty close.
I wear a size 34 male pants, 34, 32, and
I do.
size 10 and a half foot. I haven't been in a 34 in
34, 32. That is exactly what I wear.
15 years. What?
Well, you are taller than me too, so.
No, I mean, most of my pants, oddly enough, are at about a 32 to 30, about a 32 pants.
Length?
Yes, but that's because I'm fat, and so when I get around my waist, it actually sits lower on my waist, on my hips, because so a 32 actually works.
So
if I was thinner and actually wore pants where they're supposed to,
I wear pants where they're supposed to, so I
don't.
wear a 32 because I need the extra room.
yeah, I need a 34.
Like if I wear a 30, I'm doing the hipster thing to where it's on my hips,
Yeah,
and I can't do that.
I know.
It just doesn't feel right because it'll be too tight otherwise. Anyway,
so I know I'm
you're ramping yourself.
taking it all in. I'm trying to get myself in the right mind, which I know this is, you think we would have this stuff ready beforehand, and I do, but there's just certain things that pop up that we have to talk about that
Just
no matter how prepared you are,
you're not prepared.
you're never prepared. So I guess we might as well just rip this Band-Aid off. President Joe Biden and the Democratic Party were blasted by their own supporters over the weekend after the Democratic Party made it clear that Biden would be pursuing a $1,400 stimulus check and other coronavirus relief bill, not $2,000 checks like Biden and the Democrats promised.
How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah, while campaigning during the Georgia runoff election, Democrat John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock. Warnock is very close to Warlock. And he's
also like a
very
a bad priest.
Yeah.
So it's pretty close.
It is.
Like he's almost like a voodoo guy.
Yeah. Like an Antichrist kind of thing.
Yeah, almost. Like, Just note.
Both those guys won their elections, made COVID relief a central campaign issue. Biden did too, BT dubs.
Obviously.
While speaking in Atlanta on the day after the election, Biden promised that if Democrats took effective control of the Senate by winning both runoff elections, the $2,000 stimulus payments would be distributed to Americans post-haste.
Post-haste?
Immediately. However, this is going to come as a shock to everyone. I know. Please be seated. Have tissues in hand.
Yep.
Clutch your pearls in advance.
Right. Make sure that you got it all ready.
Get everything ready.
Uh-huh.
I hate to let y'all know this. Biden broke that promise before even taking office.
What? It didn't go. Oh, well.
Because you had that turned down.
There.
It ruined the moment.
Yeah,
sorry.
Whatever.
The details of Biden's Wu-Tang Clap relief package were made public 1 week before his inauguration.
1 week before.
A week before. Included in his plan were the $1,400 stimulus checks, not the $2,000 checks that he promised.
No.
The lower amount is being attributed to the relief package passed in late December, which included $600.
So he's basically giving us the difference?
So basically he's saying, oh no, it still counts as being $2,000 total. You got $600 under Trump, and we're just following it up with
Trump already gave us a first $600. Then he gave us a second $600, and now you're saying that the second $600 was a down payment on the $2,000. Like it's a house?
Yeah.
Like it's a down payment on a house.
Oddly enough, that's exactly how it was similarly tweeted. The Democratic Party solidified the lower amount on Saturday when it tweeted out Biden's $1,400 amount. Quote, at POTUS will build on the $600 down payment provided by Congress last year, sending the additional $1,400 to households across America, totaling direct payments of $2,000 per person, end quote.
So once again, obviously this is our money being redistributed.
Back to us, yeah.
Back to us.
They could
I get it. And it's technically not even our money. It's not even our grandkids' money at this point.
No.
It's kind of our great-grandkids' money. And I get that.
Yeah. At least it's coming back to us.
Now.
But
it's like stealing from my future's future.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it feels like. It feels like, am I going to take it? Yes, because if I don't, they're still going to force it into my bank account anyway.
Yeah,
because they already have the numbers, and they can deposit whatever they want.
And it is my money.
It is my money, technically. And I'd rather have it in my hands than them.
Than theirs, exactly. But there's so many other things that could have been done with this. We're in the beginning stages of tax season.
Tax season. Wabbit season.
No, it's tax season.
Wabbit season.
Tax season.
Wabbit season.
I say it's tax season. No.
Bigfoot season.
That was last week.
Oh, that's right.
But no, we're in the middle of tax season now. Granted, there's a boatload of people that don't have to pay taxes.
Right.
As a whole. Okay?
Yeah.
You know what you could do is not charge people taxes. I know. I mean, you take a little bit to obviously fund the government or the military.
Right.
And little things like that.
Yeah.
But, just not take anything from anybody.
Huh.
Go back over the year and go, you made all of this money.
Just keep it.
Here, we'll give it, and
give it back.
And if you paid taxes, air quotes on it, and
then we give it back to you.
Then you get all of it back.
Right. State, federal.
Yeah, whatever, because it says right there on your stuff how much you paid into taxes. That's how much they send you. Because does anybody really think for a second that $2,000 is going to get anybody anywhere?
No.
Most people, that's in a... Now, where we live, it's not quite as bad.
Where we live, it's actually a month.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's about a month.
That's a month's worth of stuff. There's some people, that's their, house and car payment, and that's it. That doesn't count for food. Doesn't count for anything.
Yeah.
$1,400, $2,000, however you want to do the math on it. That's
It's
not
like-
enough to live on.
It's like that's why that $600 was just like almost a smack in the face for many people.
It was.
It's like if you don't have multiple kids in your house and also married and you have a joint bank account, it didn't really do you much.
No.
Like if you're a single person, that $600, while being still $600, really wasn't much to help out.
Well, it wasn't. Well, but if you throw in the fact that you have a kid, it doesn't help it either because most of that went to the kid.
Right. Every time.
So this whole thing is dumb because they're acting like they're trying to help, and $1,400, $2,000 doesn't matter. It doesn't help anyone. Is it nice to have the extra bit of cash? Sure. If you're one of the lucky people who still have a job. Not everybody has a job. Not everybody still works where they work at. There's a lot of people who had to downsize where they work at. They've lost their jobs. They've had to find other things to do.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's working for the weekend.
Well, we're not because our weekends are different.
That's right.
Our weekends are very different.
Very different.
But no, and I mean, and we've been speaking of like work, you and I are very, very blessed where we're at.
Hell yeah.
We didn't miss a beat. Praise God, hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
We're in a spot where we didn't miss anything as far as work, so we still had steady work. So technically for us, the stimulus is helpful.
Right.
Because it's able to help.
It's in addition to what we have.
Yes. So it comes as a perk. Not a lot of people have that luxury. I know a lot of people.
Right.
My
It's
own
like
family.
It's a bonus, basically.
Yeah,
for
I've got
us, but that's not the same
family.
point.
Yeah, I've got family.
Yeah.
Like siblings who are in this situation and don't have, like, it didn't. My sister's a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She does what she can to work from home. She's got 2 kids, and it was just a little extra. It didn't do anything. It was a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And again, they think that this is going to work, especially after they turn around and promised, oh, we're going to give you $2,000. And then they're trying to welch under it and go back and go, no, it's not $1,200 or the $2,000. What we're going to do is we're going to make it, 14 because you already got 6. When you start doing math like that, when you start saying you already got a 6 and we're going to give you 14 to make it the 2,000 that we promised.
Yeah.
You start, at least from where I'm sitting, just starting to prove my point that they're going to turn around here and keep tally and they're going to hit us for it later.
For the taxes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
May not be this year, may not be next year, but it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm fervently believe it. And maybe it won't, but.
Well, I mean, you could be like this. These people. There are a lot of people that responded to this.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of people that responded to this. One person replied to the picture of Warnock campaign ad that promised $2,000 checks, saying, "Where does this say $600 down payment and $1,400 check?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the small print.
Yeah, and I don't like they keep saying down payment on what?
On what?
What
are you paying for?
You know what it was?
What?
Their vote. Oh. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. The Democratic Party, the left.
It was a $600 down payment on your vote.
On your vote, promising another set of 2,000, and you sold your soul to it.
Yep.
Everybody that's complaining on here.
That was a Democrat.
Right here.
Yep.
Quote, I canvassed my ass off for all y'all in Georgia, and you turn around and treat us like we're stupid.
Another person said.
Uh-huh. The Democratic Party deserves to go extinct.
That's a person that
Another
probably voted
person,
for them.
Quote, y'all promised $2,000 if you won the Senate. What's this down payment BS? I'm not selling you a car. I'm trying to keep a roof over my head and food on my table. That's what I'm talking about. It was a down payment to all these people that are complaining.
You're exactly right.
It was a down payment on your vote, and you sold it.
Hook, line, sinker.
It's fantastic. And these people are mad. And I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah.
You were promised something and you didn't get it.
I'm
just saying.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have sold your vote.
Yeah. You should have instead looked at their agenda, maybe. Looked at what they do. Maybe, I don't know, verified their words and their actions correspond and that they actually do what they're saying and not just giving you a whole bunch of lip service.
Yeah. Yeah, because the only thing you were after was the money. That's the key. Oh, they're going to give us $2,000 if we vote you in.
You worked hard for the money.
Uh-huh. So you get let's stop and think about this. You've just now caught them in the lie over $2,000 that you were promised. You realize that these cats are going to be in office for the next 6 years.
Yep.
You got lied to out the chute over $2,000. Do you imagine the damage that's going to get done by these people because you sold yourself for just measly $2,000?
I can.
And you didn't even get the full bit.
I can imagine it. Actually, I don't even have to imagine it.
We can watch it happen in live.
Our next story here. The Biden administration will tap Susie Levine.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Last thing we need to hear about is Biden tapping another lady. The hair sniffing, the grabbing, the cuddling is a little much. Now he's tapping women.
Yep. He's going to tap Susie Levine.
And nobody's saying anything.
To join the Labor Department.
Oh, thank God for that. I got panicky for a minute.
It's fine. As the interim political head for
I was going to say, maybe they need to have those fences up around D.C. to keep his ass in there. Anyway.
That's basically it. As the interim political head for the Employment and Training Administration. This came from Bloomberg. Starting on Monday, Levin?
I don't know.
Levine?
I think the with the capital
Levine.
L, capital V, I think it's Levine.
Levine. I'll go with Levine. Will, quote, lead the federal sub-agency office to help states manage unemployment benefits, according to the Seattle Times. Previously, Levine was the commissioner of the Washington State Employees Security Department, which, under her watch, fell victim to a Nigerian prince fraud scam that lost hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars.
Oh, you cannot make this stuff up.
Levine,
Please. My uncle will give you billions of dollars. All you have to do is send hundreds of millions to us
first
in a check.
First.
And we will send you another check with the billions to come back.
Just right back to you.
That's all you need.
Levine admitted last May that hundreds of millions of dollars had been defrauded by the international scammers. Quote, imposters have used the stolen information of tens of thousands of people to state the fraudulently received hundreds of millions of dollars of unemployment benefits. The Nigerian fraud ring, called Scattered Canary, utilized stolen information of Washington's residents from previous data breaches, such as the 2017 Equifax breach, to file unemployment. The ESD allegedly attempted to rush out unemployment checks and did not do enough to verify the identities of the recipients.
Wow. And so this person is now holding a federal.
Another federal.
No, she was with the state.
Yeah, now
she's federal.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she was in Washington State. Now she's going to be,
because she did such a crackerjack job at the state level.
Oh, beautiful job.
It's like, ma'am, this is fantastic.
Yep.
This is exactly what we need on a national, on a federal level.
Yep.
Please come show your expertise. And you think about it.
And this is, listen.
She already fell for the scam, so she should have learned something from here. So technically,
maybe she has experience.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Literal insider experience as to what it's like to be scammed by a Nigerian prince.
Yeah, now she's going to be the interim. Remember, interim political head of the Employment and Training Administration.
Yeah, but it's gonna. I wouldn't pick her to interim like
anything,
cleaning up dog poo out of my yard. Because I can't guarantee that it's not going to be tried to be sold to me. I don't know. I really.
Oh no! Here, this is the best.
Okay,
this is the best. The results of an audit of Levine's Employment Security Department were released in December, which found that the ESD, quote, known and suspected fraud loss was about $600 million from over 122 fraudulent claims as of June 30th, 2020. That means they paid money from June to December.
That's
to 122,000
fraudulent claims. So 600 million.
Well, I'm going to do it like this. Just
Yeah.
oh wait, hold on. Divided by 600. Oh, I did that backwards.
600.
That can't be right either.
Yeah. So you
I was trying to avoid the zeros,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
because
You
600
did-
million on a calculator is a
you
lot.
just do instead of 600 million, you do 600,000.
Okay.
And then instead of 122,000, you just do 122.
Oh, okay.
You got. Yeah.
Oh.
And then you add 3 zeros.
So
Or no, that actually that's it right there. That's it perfectly. This is it.
Same thing.
$4,918 per.
Wow. No, that's for the other thing. You would have to add the zeros
Yeah.
because a million has like a lot more
Yeah.
zeros behind
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
at least 3 zeros behind that. So
Yeah.
if math in the computer and the calculator is right,
Yeah.
you're talking over
lot.
122,000
A lot.
fraudulent claims. Most people averaged $40,000 a year
Basically.
or $40,000 in 6 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It kind of makes me. I mean, I wouldn't, but I wish I could have doled it on it, and nobody's going to have to pay that back. That's great. And again, that's the interim. That's the one you've tapped to fill the spot until someone else comes in.
Yeah, but the government was able to recover $250 million of the missing funds.
You can't. I mean, it's good that they were able to get back any of it,
I don't know how.
but it's not like I have $6. Or
Right.
I lost $6, but I got $2.50 back. It's not like you had
That's still a
$60 and you got $25 back.
No, it's
not even
$600 million.
The gap between 600 million and 250 million is
huge.
Huge. It's incredibly big. Like yay, 250 million. That's not even half.
Yeah.
Holy cow. And to a Nigerian prince. That's the fantastic part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wonder, like, all I can see now is some weird, like, Parks and Rec episode where somebody goes in and somebody's sitting behind the counter, the little thing, and they get the thing from the Nigerian prince and they start trying to send them money because they think it's going to help them get.
I mean, obviously, we're not talking about a Nigerian prince. This was a scam. It was a scandal of the Employment Security Department.
Yeah, but same thing.
Beef from the SAV. More math. Give up already.
That hurt. I'm trying to learn.
He's trying to be better,
I'm
guys.
practicing when I can.
He's trying to be better, okay? He used a calculator this time.
Yeah.
He just didn't put in the right numbers.
Well, you can't do 600 million on a calculator. You can't. Because it comes up E.
Not on a phone calculator.
Oh, I guess, you know what? I could have turned it sideways.
I don't know what.
No, I bet you I could. Hold on.
Put it in there.
6. Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
It
Oh, I'll be
gets
damned.
smaller, dude.
I didn't know you could do that.
It just gets smaller.
Divided
This
by-
is a phone calculator. 3. Yep. See? 4,900. It's about $5,000.
Well,
About $5,000 a pop.
still.
Yeah.
But I bet. I forgot it did that.
Yeah, and expands.
Yeah, you get the
get
science calculator. Because who the hell does the
Fraction equations that, tan
Yeah.
and sine and con. Yeah, no.
The-
Nobody does cos and tan anymore. We don't have to do that. It's not useful.
I don't even know what that means. No, I'm talking about the 3 of y over x thingy.
It's the
root.
It's the cubed root.
Cubed root x.
Yeah. Cubed root of the number.
Who the hell does cubed anything? Cubed root.
Well, you have the square root and you got the cubed root.
No, and I know what that is, but I'm saying, why would you need that? Enlighten me as to, in your daily
Trig.
life, when have you ever needed? No.
Trig.
No, but I know what it is. But like in your daily life, have you ever been sitting here going, you know what? It is absolutely crucial. I am thankful that I know the square root.
All that to say,
Cubed root over x.
all the crap that we just did, all that to say,
We can already see what we're getting into, what they've bought into, and how they're going to screw you up.
Because
they're tapping Susie Levine.
Well, we can see
to head the
clearly
labor
now.
department.
We can see clearly now that the rain is gone.
Right, it is gone.
I can see
all the
obstacles that's in our way.
Right.
Oh. Here's the rainbow that I've been waiting for.
It's going to be a bright
bright
and
sunny day. Anyway. I don't know how to follow up with that.
That's fine.
Guys, there's still more. One more
half
hour to go. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
I know, Adam. I know. I get it. Thank you.
I feel like that was still a long way to the well.
It really was.
I mean, but bravo.
Yes, good job. Well done.
Kevin Hutch is over. Can I get in trouble if the vote I sold to Joe Biden turns out to be an illegal vote? Will I have to return Joe's money?
No. No. Christopher over on the YouTubes, fractions and whatnot. Machinists.
No, and I mean I get that, but I'm talking about the average person.
Normal people.
Morons like me. Like, I don't use that stuff. I don't. You're talking to a guy who still, counts with his fingers.
And toes.
No, I figured out how to get around that.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
You count.
So, thinking about it. No.
Count the knuckles.
I was about to say, yeah. Did you know?
Do the old Syrian way?
That was, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Cool, yeah.
That's how I do it.
I started telling my kid about that. I was like, here, this is why they have dozens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. Ta-da. You can count to 12 on one hand.
Actually, because you can do it per finger, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 1 dozen.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5 dozen. That's 60. You can count to 60 on one hand.
That's true.
That's nice.
And if you're really smart and you can get around that, you can count to 120 on both hands.
Each hand.
Well, not if you got 60 on
All right,
one
we're
hand.
coming back. We're coming back. We're coming.
This is Defenders Live.
B from the SAV over on Twitter. Everyone knows to type 531-8008 and then turn the calculator upside down.
True.
That's
true. We all know.
It's a classic.
Yes, it's a very good one.
That's a classic.
Very good one.
And then 1134.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1134 and turn it upside down.
Uh-huh.
You can't do it on your phone now because the screen turns.
The screen
with
just
you.
rotates. Oh, you can lock your screen.
Well, yeah, but that's extra stuff. At least the calculator, you'll click, and then just flip,
and it's
and
there.
done.
Because
no extra stuff.
No,
it was simple. It was
no
primitive
additional.
technology, but you know what? You didn't have to go in and do extra things to make it do what you wanted to.
Right.
So there you go.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Adam W. Johnson. The math department is in my section. Would you guys like me to get you some brochures?
No, because I just I really like, torturing this guy. And it's
easy.
amazing.
When it comes to math, it's not hard.
It's so easy. And I just love it.
Actually, when it comes to math, it's very hard.
Yes, it's very difficult for him. That's why it's so fun.
I'm what you call a slow learner.
Well, for math anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, well, in
you catch on to some other things.
Marriage too. Anyway.
At least you made that joke.
I got it good now, I think. But
yeah, you have a good thing going right now. I'm just
you know what I say? Because, they always say, because it ends at, threes, third time's a charm.
Well,
What do they say about the fifth time?
oops.
Like, is there,
Third time was not the charm.
I don't know. There's always,
Depends. Did any of them not count?
I don't count the first two.
Okay, so this would be the third, right?
So maybe this is third time's charm.
Third time's a charm.
I don't count the first two.
Okay. Well, in your case, then, this would be the third time.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
You can do
okay.
that? All right.
The New York State Democratic Attorney General Letitia James.
I'm sorry, what?
Letitia. I forgot there's another T.
Tisha?
That's what I said, Letitia.
Continue.
It's all about the joke. Attorney General Letitia James dropped a bombshell report on Thursday allegedly that the number of Wu-Tang Clan-related deaths at nursing homes in New York could be undercounted by as much as 50%.
How dare you?
I know, right? When the New York governor, His Excellency Lord Almighty Andrew Cuomo, was pressed about the accuracy of the state's nursing home deaths, he lashed out with a response that the New York Post called callous. The scathing report found that the state counted only Wu-Tang Clan-related deaths that occurred at nursing homes and long-term care facilities, but did not count nursing home residents who died at hospitals after being transferred there for medical care.
Oh, well, that's just very convenient.
It is. It is. During the press conference on Friday, WHEC TV reporter Jennifer Quick. Or Cuke?
Cuke.
Is it Cuke?
I think it's Cuke.
You sure?
Yeah, it's Kew.
Yeah, but...
Or it's Kooky.
Kooky?
Kooky.
I don't know.
I think it's Kooky. I think that's what, Jennifer Kooky.
Okay, we'll go Jennifer Kooky.
Okay.
She asked Cuomo, quote,
Your Majesty, Lord Governor.
Governor Majesty, Lord Man above me, who I'm not worthy to be speaking to. Your staff is often unapologetically aggressive when it comes to defending your policies, particularly in social media. But in this case, many of the people who disagree with this nursing home policy have a very personal connection to it.
Mm-hmm. They lost a loved one during the pandemic with a connection
Yep.
to a nursing home. So, the policy itself aside, who is right and who is wrong? Just as a father and son yourself, would your message be those families today?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get past your staff is often unapologetically aggressive.
I know I couldn't either. I'm surprised I held that the whole time.
You did a good job.
I tried. I was like, gold, Jerry. Anyway. Well, the Lord Almighty Cuomo, slayer of economies, responded by saying, quote,
Master of none.
Master, what would I say is everyone did the best they could.
What can I say except
They tried.
Very good.
I
Very
think-
good. I think we're
Cuomo then passed the blame onto the federal government. Quote, when I say the State Department of Health, as the report said, the State Department of Health followed federal guidelines. So if you think there's a mistake, you might need to go talk to the federal government.
because they're the ones that do.
Because that's what a leader does,
Right.
is
The buck stopped with them.
it stops here before it gets passed off to someone over there.
I'm going to answer your questions, but only by pointing to that guy.
Yeah, if I like him, I'll take it. If I
And
don't,
then yeah.
Bob over in accounting will take care of the rest of it. Quote,
Bob in accounting.
Bob in accounting. If you look at New York State, we have a lower percentage of deaths in nursing homes than any other state.
Nice.
A third of all deaths in this nation are from nursing homes, according to the Democratic governor. New York State, we're only about 28%. But we're below the national average in number of deaths in nursing homes. Cuomo then blurted, quote, but who cares?
Who cares?
33%, 28%, died in the hospital, died in a nursing home. They died. End quote.
That sounds like a leader to me.
Doesn't I mean
That sounds
that
like-
is somebody who cares
Man,
about you.
he
Who cares
knows-
about the numbers? Who cares if it was accurately reported on or not? Who cares about any of that?
They died.
The point is that they died.
Yeah.
They were able to stick this crap. They were able to fearmonger people into following into this whole sheep herd mentality.
Right, yeah.
And that's all. They're dead. They got that. That was their use, was
Yep.
to be counted improperly to continue to keep places like New York City, New York State, and other places across the world and the country completely locked down under a bed of lies. And that's that. Even the Washington Post called Cuomo's response, quote, a bad who cares answer on the Wu-Tang Clap nursing home data.
Well, yeah, good job, Washington Post, on claiming that one.
Quote, from a public policy perspective, we should care, wrote Aaron Blake.
Ooh.
Quote,
That's oof.
a death is indeed a death. But there are major and very valid questions about whether nursing home policies led to an unnecessary ones. And it's not even that. People die.
Yes.
That's a fact of life. We said this earlier. Everyone has an expiration date. That's how it's going to play out.
True.
Sorry, not sorry.
That's right.
Okay? It's just the nature of the beast.
It sucks.
Okay? But it does make a difference when you say someone died because of COVID.
Yes.
And they didn't really die of COVID.
Right.
You never cared about them dying in the first place.
Or you say they didn't die of COVID in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Because even though they're a resident of that nursing home, they were taken to the hospital before they died. And you don't count it as nursing home death. It's instead of hospital death of COVID. And then you also don't put in the idea that you were allowing people with this, quote, deadly disease, especially for the elderly, to go back to the nursing homes with the virus. Not under federal law, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You're directing these people to go back to the nursing homes to get other old people sick. Now, you combine all that together, and then then you walk out of here, 6 months after everything goes, or, a year now, almost a year after everything's happened, you're like, a death is a death is a death, sir.
What happened to if we can save one life?
Oh, but a death
Just one.
It's just a death.
But if we can just save one life.
One life.
I'm just saying. It's fascinating. Like we're in a day and age where you have to. The only reason why they have to come up with these numbers of whether, does it count if it happened in a nursing home or does it count if it happens in a hospital? Here's the deal. If you weren't lying about the numbers from get-go, you wouldn't have to be so specific as to where these things are. You wouldn't have to sit and meticulously track these things like you're doing, because if you were being honest out the chute about everything and not forcing things on people, not lying, not being a douchebag. A douche, as they say in New York. If you were being forthright, forthcoming with all this stuff, it wouldn't matter. People would be following along because it would be the right thing to do, because you're being honest, and they're going to go, okay, and they will protect themselves or not. But it wouldn't matter if, did it happen in the nursing home or did it happen in the hospitals? Who cares?
Who cares?
If everything was honest and upfront,
we'd know.
You wouldn't be having to isolate it, because everyone would then be going, holy crap, it's not that big a deal. It's just like people who died from pneumonia. It's just like people who died from the flu. It's just like people who died from tuberculosis. It's just like people who die from any other thing, heart disease. There's all these other things that are across the board that people are dying from that suddenly we're not talking about anymore. It's only about COVID.
Yep.
And every time somebody dies, no matter what their actual problem is, COVID gets attached to it. Because why? It's easier to lie about, because we're not doctors and we don't know.
Well, there is a problem with being forthcoming with everything.
Yeah, she's not happy in the end.
And not only that, but it's very hard. It's really difficult to get third coming.
It is.
It
is, because you lose stamina after a while.
After a while, it just gets very
dry.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yep.
They get frustrated.
Stale. And it really does. Yeah, exactly.
They get frustrated after a while.
You have to bring in other things.
And they're like, why? Why couldn't you just wait for me? I love it. It makes me happy.
Yep.
Because after a while, like it becomes difficult and uncomfortable, and then you're just like, okay, we'll try again later.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Jeffrey over there on the Twitters sounds an awful like. What difference does it make?
It does.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good one.
It's very true.
It does have
they are very similar in nature.
A distinct ring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But speaking of Cuomo, there's everything going on. The Northeast is currently in the middle of a massive snowstorm. Snow is predicted to accumulate.
Hold on a second. Do you mean to tell me?
Yeah.
That the upper Northeast of the United States.
Yes.
That's near the Arctic tundra.
Yes, that one. Yep.
In February, is getting snow right now? That's climate change.
I know.
These guys were right the entire time.
Climate change.
It's climate change.
I know. I told you. It's just happening.
Do we have a zero? Is this show currently at a zero carbon footprint right now?
Generally speaking, yeah.
Okay, good.
We're good. Yeah.
At least we're part of the
we're part
solution.
of the solution, not the problem. We're not part of the problem. But then again, if you keep on coughing, I mean, that's definitely going to raise our limit here.
Well, I'm out of coffee and I left my soda in the car, and
you're okay.
Deal with it. We got 15 more minutes.
Snow is predicted to accumulate up to 4 inches per hour in New York City. Clearly.
Climate change.
It is too treacherous for the average citizen to be out and about. That message came from the governor.
I mean, that's what you do as the governor of a state when you're getting that much snow. You kind of get, guys, be careful. You shouldn't be out if you don't need to be.
Lord almighty douchebag Governor Cuomo.
Actually, most people shouldn't be out anyway because of COVID. So,
right. Yeah. He told his subjects.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Whoa.
That's actually text. That's verbatim, bud.
Wow.
They went harsh on this one today.
Oh, they were not friendly to him at all.
No, told his subjects that everyone should, quote, stay home and off the roads.
Wow.
Yeah, that is, of course, unless your name is Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo declared a state of emergency Monday morning as New York was set to get pounded with snow.
I'm sure it did.
Yes, it did. Quote, when snow is falling that quickly, it makes it very difficult to plow. To keep up with, I want New York to hear me loud and clear.
Okay.
Stay home and off the roads.
Stay home.
And if you must travel, get where you're going before noon and expect to remain home.
Okay.
For some time.
Okay.
Yeah. He then immediately jumped into his car alone and drove himself to Albany, from Albany to New York City, nearly a 3-hour drive.
3-hour tour.
Yeah, he reportedly wanted to show solidarity with snowplow crews and other government employees that were being told by the state that they were, quote, they needed to be on the job.
Okay. Was he operating any of the trucks?
I mean, he was Mr. Plow.
No, but was he really out there?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
No, he wasn't.
Mr. Plow.
No. That's
his name. Call his name. It's Mr. Plow.
Call me the fireman. Okay. No. Here's the deal. Like, we all know there's a crock. He didn't want to be in Albany.
Yes.
If you're going to get snowed anywhere, even if the whole city is supposedly locked down and shut down and blah, 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 you know they are open and do whatever for the governor, especially Lord Almighty,
Lord Cuomo.
The Lord Almighty, slayer of economies, Cuomo himself, will walk into Manhattan and get whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants it, because he is the Lord of the land. With that being said, do you want to get snowed in Albany, or do you want to get snowed in Manhattan?
I don't want to get snowed in anywhere.
No. If you were him and have literally all of these subjects who will do your bidding, do you really think that even the drive to Manhattan, do you think he stayed in wherever he stayed at? No. no.
I'm pretty sure that
He
Snowden
took
is happy wherever he is.
He went and he had some fine dinners. I bet you he did all kinds of, and this whole, I'm showing solidarity with the guys who were plowing. Solidarity would be your happy little butt is there plowing along with them. When the shift that you're on is over, you go stay in some raggedy little hotel or a tent somewhere on a cot. That's showing solidarity, not driving 3 hours to get locked into Manhattan where you still have access to all kinds of really cool stuff because you're the governor.
While he was driving, he was on the phone with WCBS AM.
Oh, good. So you're driving. Isn't that a law in New York? I think it is that you can't drive and talk on a phone.
It's a speakerphone or headset.
How do we know?
Yeah.
How do we know?
I'm telling you, I'm on the road right now. It's horrendous.
Because we need you to.
I'm personally driving into New York City, he told the station. Nothing was. Noting that he was driving himself because COVID precautions. The WCBS interviewer asked him if it was a good idea to be driving considering the warning he just gave out. The governor answered, life is options.
Oh, so life is options except for anyone under Cuomo.
That's right. I want to be out there, he said. We have a lot of emergency workers that are doing great work today, and my personal prediction is I don't like to call emergency workers out and tell them to tell the snowplow drivers you have to be out, and the police you have to be out, and the emergency units have to be out. But then I stay home. If I call them out, I'm not calling anyone into any situation that I wouldn't go into myself.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
But of the utility workers,
right,
of the snow plows, of the police officers,
which one are you doing?
Which one of those are you doing?
None of them. He's just going to his office.
I'm sorry, and
something that he could do from home and stay safe.
Again, I know I always say I don't do conspiracy theories, and I don't.
Yeah, generally.
But I have a rumor I'm about to start.
Okay, let's start a rumor.
Isn't it just kind of funny? Drives by himself to Manhattan during a snowstorm. He's gonna be locked into.
A couple days.
Manhattan's big.
Big. Mm-hmm. Huge.
Wouldn't it be weird to find out here shortly that he's having an affair?
Huh. I mean, given everything else that he does,
it wouldn't surprise you, right?
No, not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Mm-mm.
I was just saying.
Yep.
So, from New York to Michigan. Michigan.
It's a wonderful place, Michigan. Tell you what.
Another one up near the frozen tundra.
Freezing to the temperatures of your soul.
Or something like that. Thousands of demonstrators from across the state of Michigan gathered outside the state capitol in Lansing on Saturday in protest of Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer and her ban on winter sports.
I'm sorry, what?
According to MLive.com, included among the large crowd were high school coaches, players, and parents very upset, like insanely upset, over the order issued last month, which suspended play of several contact sports in the state, including basketball, ice hockey, wrestling, and competitive cheerleading.
What?
I don't know if I'd count. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I get okay.
So, okay.
All right. I'm not even gonna.
It's more like a dance competition, but
it is still up against other teams
and it's active.
Teams.
And
I'll let slide. I don't know if I would count it as a winter sport though.
No, it's definitely not a winter sport.
So that's a little much.
Yeah.
Wrestling too, but anyway, on Jan 22. That would be January 22nd. Whitmer announced the new guidance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, which declared that the start of indoor contact sports would have to be pushed back from February 1st to February 21st. Though the ban appears to have been a temporary setback due to the governor's penchant for strict lockdowns, many in the state are concerned that the winter sports season will only be pushed back again later in February, ultimately never to happen. Leading the push for a return to sports is Let Them Play.
Oh, I've heard them.
A group that has reportedly seen its membership soar to more than 37,000 in recent days.
Ooh.
Let Them Play was organized at the rally at the Capitol on Saturday and is also planning to file a lawsuit against the state. Good for them.
Yeah.
When speaking about the rally to M Live, event organizer Jamie McElvaney, right?
McElvaney.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right. Jamie McElvaney said, quote, "There are easily 2,000 people here from across the state to show their support to some people from the Upper Peninsula. Drove 9 hours just to be here today. This crowd is incredible. And the kids who got up and spoke really showcased the emotions that everyone is going through right now. I feel like a mom of 60,000 kids right now, and I couldn't be prouder of all of them for continuing to battle for their right to play organized youth sports. I'm fighting for all of them, and we're working together to do what is right and to let them play again." End quote. Michigan's ban on contact sports operates under the premise that the youth sporting events are major contributors to the community spread of the Wu-Tang clap. But let them play spokesperson Peter Ruddle. Peter Ruddle. I'm not drunk. It's Peter Ruddle.
I know.
He said it is simply not the case. Quote, "The data and science that have been out for weeks supports the conclusion that it is safe for our students to begin playing high school athletics."
Oh.
Yeah. His view is supported by Michigan's High School Athletic Association Director Mark Earl.
Yule? Probably Yule.
Probably be like Isle. Watch the U be silent.
Mark Ill.
Mark, yeah, it's UYL. It could be
Yule. I'm guessing Yule.
I'm going to call him Marky.
Yule.
Marky Mark. Who claimed that in conference call with a recent pilot program found that 5,300 individuals involved in the program for a month, only 57 or roughly 1% had a positive test. Now, by the way, this is not a death.
That's just a positive test.
This is where, and again, we've mentioned this kind of stuff before, but they do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No matter who you're reading about,
Yep.
or what side of the fence you're on about it, and how you
For sure.
you have to pay attention to how things are worded.
Yep.
Okay, and how the numbers are being put out. Just because 1% of these kids had a positive test for it doesn't mean they died.
Actually, they didn't die because 1% had a positive test rate, and that 1% also came back fine.
Yeah, it's because they're everywhere else you hear it. They're pushing for. There's so many deaths. There's so many deaths
On the TV today. Going into work on the TV today.
God, I hate that damn TV.
That BS going on. One of the major things every time I walked in. The month of January is the biggest month of COVID deaths since it started. More people have died in January than they have all of last year. That's a lie.
I mean,
It's a lie.
If you want to believe that, then sure.
It's a lie.
I'm frankly, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the crap. I'm tired of the lying.
We have the final death numbers.
No, you don't.
Final death numbers from January.
Because they're not accurate.
We know that this many people died of COVID. No, you don't.
You don't. When admittedly from the story before, they can't decide where these people died from.
Or where they died at.
That's what I'm saying. So if you can't figure out where they died at, how do you know that they actually died from what you say they died from?
You don't, because there are other stories which...
So poo-poo on you then.
Yeah. Other stories in other places that are literally telling us that these hospitals are getting like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for any COVID death claim.
Allegedly.
So, I mean, I don't...
Which would bump the numbers.
Yeah. I mean, and would you be surprised if it was actually true?
No.
Because we don't know for sure. I've heard that rumor mill going
Even
around.
if it was just like $1,000, I would still say that they would still call it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely would. Any kind of extra money, you bet your ass they would.
Yeah, any type.
It doesn't matter what
Especially
it is.
free gov money.
Oh, yeah, because, apparently gov money is bottomless.
Yeah, well.
When the government opens their wallets, my friend, there is no limit.
But there is.
But there isn't. Because
they print it.
They print it and keep spending it like there is literally.
Like it is water.
I was going to say no tomorrow, but water is good too.
Yes.
Water is good too. It's so fascinating to me. They're going to ban winter sports. They don't have anything else to do up there.
I know.
It's the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
They've got nothing.
That's all they do is
I'm
go.
so sorry, guys.
I don't understand why you'd be worried about catching anything like that anyway.
It's so cold.
I'd be more worried about
Nothing can
frostbite.
Nothing can travel in the air anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's so cold and frigid and dense and da-da-da. I would be like, no.
You can watch as the vapor from your mouth literally just goes right in front of your face because there's no pressure to push it past.
Yeah. Or the fun part where you take boiling water and go out into the snow
And just go
and make snow.
That's really cool.
I've never done that. I want to so bad.
It has to be really cold outside.
I know. I want to do it one time.
You just want to go out somewhere really cold, take a pot of boiling water, go
and then go, I did it, and walk my happy ass back inside.
and warm up.
Curl up under a blanket next to a fire, drinking some
It's cold
coffee, and be done with it.
Or hot chocolate.
No, coffee.
I'd always do coffee.
Always coffee.
I would like some hot chocolate every now and again.
Yeah, I can see that. Or throw a little bit of chocolate in the coffee.
Ooh,
yes,
yeah.
sir. Speaking of coffee and chocolates, go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com because those are the guys that sponsored this whole show.
That's right.
And the network, actually. But,
That's true.
we don't take actual money from them. They support the network, which
They're-
supports
yeah.
us. And that's, we don't get
But they
anything
did make
from
a
it.
coffee for us.
They did, and it's fantastic coffee. No matter what happens, no matter where anything goes, American Pride Roasters will always be my coffee until the day I die. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Check out all the different flavors and things they've got going on over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. I'm telling you.
It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Go to Mojo50.com. Follow us on all social medias at DOAE Show.
Yep.
Go to our website, DOAEShow.com.
Oh, by the way, Defenders, look out. I'm sending an email soon.
Yeah. Guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow with Carrie. Bye, y'all.